Uh, I wanted to speak about a very important aspect here, something which I have picked up from ancient wisdom and I saw while in my life coaching course in neurolinguistic programming, also the course that I have done. There is an importance of storytelling. Now, ancients used to use this particular technique to pass on information from one generation to the others. We all have been brought up on some story or the other. What are the epics but the stories? What are the mythologies but the stories? Now, being a part of a story doesn't mean that it is a fiction. I'm sure for a lot of you readers, you do know that there are certain stories which are based on real life and there are certain stories which are based on fiction. Now, you might be wondering, why am I speaking so much about stories? And this is the reason, my friends. This is the deep connection that it has to your mindset or to your brain rewiring, or let's call it wiring. Now, what happens is you might have noticed that when you go and watch a particular movie in a theater or a play, it does instigate certain emotions in you. You feel like crying, you feel like laughing, you feel angry at times depending upon what it is that you are watching. And you clearly know that what is happening right in front of your screen is not real. It is not something which is a happening of your life. But still you have the brain secreting certain chemicals in you which create these emotions of happiness, anger. Certain times you bring those emotions back to your real life as well. If there is something that you have laughed upon, you bring that joy back in your real life and you share it with other people and you tell them, wow, the movie was really nice. That, my friends, is the importance of story. We all have a story because we all have a past. We are all a sum total of our past, of our history. Now, how we tell this particular story in our day-to-day life, which is that how do we remember it? What are the memory imprints of our own story or our own past is something which helps us in releasing either feel-good hormones or the hormones which are making us feel not so great. So that is the reason why I thought, let me offer to you all which is something which I had spoken about earlier also, a special storytelling technique, which is what will now embed in your memory, and that is how you would remember your past. It is a rewiring of your brain in an easy way, in a way that which you will relate to it. Retelling your story, by which I would not be changing your story, but there are certain techniques which I will utilize wherein you yourself will change the way you remember your story and you will rewire it in the history, which will also help you in putting things into momentum which you so far thought are not possible. So if you want to avail this retelling of your story or rewriting of your story, you can write to me. You can message me, you can DM me, you can write in the comment section over here, or for all of you all who are connected to me on my WhatsApp, you can WhatsApp me. Now, this retelling of your story is available at just 777 rupees or $25. Once again, I'm concluding. We all have a story, and how we tell our story, how we relate to our story, is what reflects upon our present and thus on our future and on what is our chemical construction, even health issues, even those issues which you thought are never going to be handled. I have seen people, I have experienced people who have come back telling me that after we did this retelling of our story, the same person we had a problem with, we were able to have a good communication with them. Or that particular person came back into my life and we were able to sort out what needed to be sorted out between that. Or say, for example, recently I came across an experience where this lady shared with me that she was facing a constant itching since some time, in fact her childhood, which now has gone. So these are the kind of things which motivated me to put it across more out there, because it really works, my friends. Okay? That is what I wanted to put across. Retell your story, rewire your brain. This is the year to build up your empire. Are you committed to yourself? Because if you are, then this is your safe zone. Namaskar, Radhe Radhe.